is Coach Bill Davis, along with WJCL's Mark Taylor.
And welcome to week number 6 of the Bill Davis Show here at Savannah State College football. We join you this week after a 30-6 victory over Johnson C. Smith University. And, Coach, it was a nice win. And how would you assess the team's performance last night?
Well, Mark, I thought we had a real good performance out of our special teams. Our offense and defense played well. At times, we kind of bogged down on the offense, but those are the kind of things that, you expect sometime. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board and assess ourselves offensively why we're not putting the football in the end zone from certain positions on the football field.
Is that the main thing you want to work on, the offense?
Well, that's one thing that, we're moving the ball real well from the 20 to the 20, but when it's time to punch it in, we weren't able to get it in as much as we would have liked last night because we only had 2 field goals at halftime.
Okay, Coach, we've got a heavy highlight package today, a lot of highlights to watch, and we're going to go away to the commercial, and we'll be back with the first half highlights right after these commercial messages. I got a little chill in here, and it was a perfect night to play football.
Well, it was, Mark, and I think we responded to the beautiful evening that we had, and had a pretty good crowd out there.
You open up, you kick off to what am I saying? You kick off to Johnson C. Smith, and they take the ball here on the opening series of downs.
Well, you can see our special teams really got down on that kickoff, and here we come up on defense and doing a pretty good job of getting our people to the football, and that's a good play there. Norman McGacy knocked that pass down, and they got to punt the ball away, and we got to block on here, and that's a good play there by Eric Brown.
Yeah, Eric snuck in there around the outside.
Well, we saw on this film that they didn't have a real good special teams, and you can see Richard Baser coming here. He missed his mesh point on the option, and Ford kept the football. We come back again, same play.
Get down to about the 5-yard line, inside the 5.
Yeah, we're getting down here, but we're not putting the ball in the end zone. And Richard threw the ball here to Shannon Sharp, and we have to come on, and Randy Pitts comes on and kicks the field goal for our opening score on our first possession.
11:53 in the game, and you're already on the board, 3-0.
Well, we come back again, and we don't do anything with the football, and Earl Bryant has to punt the ball away. And Earl gets off a real good kick here. Earl is having a good year in his punting. He's averaging close to 42 yards a game in punting. And that's McGriff there comes up and make the tackle. You can see we got a blitz on, and they run a toss, and we got a lot of people around the football. That's Willie Brantley from Estill, South Carolina on it. They go back in the shotgun formation, and we knock that pass down there by Brantley. They have to punt the ball away again, and this time we have a return on. Willie DeLoach is going to field this punt, and I thought the ref should have called that. He didn't give that 2 yards circumference that you're supposed to give in college football on punt return. That's a tip pass there. Basil comes on, run the option. Basil keeps.
Throw out here.
Here's a beautiful catch here by Willie DeLoach. Catches the ball and goes out of bounds with it. This is Corey Latson, runs a tall sweep, and Corey gets some pretty good yardage up in there.
And here's the draw.
This is a draw. This is a sprint draw here by Corey Latson of Savannah.
Good first down.
And this is Frederick Hawkins. We're moving the ball real well. I thought our offensive line did a good job of coming off the football and getting after people.
In coaching weeks past, you've had some problems. You were talking about, I guess the offensive line's had some good games, but then there have been bad games too. But last night they seemed to do quite well.
Right. We can't get the ball in, and Randy Pitts comes on, and I believe that one was wide. It looked good to me.
It looked good to us upstairs, too.
I think those referees in a peculiar situation standing under the goalpost, and it's just that one instance when they have to catch the football. This is a bad snap here, and they turn a busted play into a pretty good gainer.
They got a first down on that one. I remember commenting up in the booth.
Now, we get caught here on the screen pass, and something we got to work on. We got to start reading the screen a little sooner.
And now we switch to the second quarter.
Second quarter, Coach Crosby's defense is really, swarming people, and this is what Coach wanted to do, is get a lot of people around the football. We go here, Mike Wallace is making a
4 or 5 tacklers out there.
They're holding, and we move them back. Coach Crosby worked at John C. Smith, and prior to coming to Savannah State, he really wanted to, perform well against his former boss, Coach Horace Small. We get a lot of people around the football area, as you can see him. We're getting a good job of rushing our front 3 people.
They complete a pass out here, but they're still short of the
Right, they're
first
still
down.
short of the first down, and they come on and they have to punt the football away. And it's a real short punt and really just lets it roll. I don't want to handle that one because a mishandle would give them the ball right back. And Richard comes out, he sprints out, and you can see the blocking and protection that he's getting.
Look down the middle, but
Down the middle, we didn't convert. That's Brian Swinson, their right tackle. This is Frederick Hawkins, and Hawkins is a real good receiver as well as a running back. He has real good hands, catching the ball well coming out of the backfield.
you were penalized for holding, and now you come back and Richard's
Right. We thought we were holding the football a little too long, waiting on our receivers. The receivers weren't coming back to the football, so Richard had to see that one. This is Hawkins again. Makes a good move, but not enough for a first down. We have to punt the football away. Earl comes on and gets a real high kick. And you can see our special team people are getting down the field, and that's, well, he said the ground caused a fumble.
Yeah, he called him down.
That shows you our defense again is really, really on top of it tonight.
There's a long up top. Eric almost intercepted that one. I heard a few cries up from the other team, interference on that play.
Well, this is one of their plays that was kind of successful, but they don't get a first down. They got to punt the football away. And this is Willie DeLoach. You're really going to have a good run back here.
Good block up there.
Good block. Couple of good blocks, man. Putting people on the ground.
You come out here.
We come out on a trap. We missed, one of our linemen missed his assignment there. We come back again on the dive, and that's Edwin Ford there, Savannah native.
Picking up about 10, 12 yards on that one.
We come back again on the sprint draw with Binyard, and this is going to be the old flag comes out. The ball hit one of our receivers' hands, and that's how they came up with it.
Yeah, tipped off one of the receivers and picked off by one of their linebackers.
That pass, that was a low pass, and you can see that's Damon Johnson there putting a lot of pressure on him. And this is almost intercepted there by Eric Brown.
They go to the well too many times, though, because he's going to get one later on.
Right, that's Damon Johnson. They're really hustling, making that tackle, and assisted by Paul Hurd. They got to punt the football away to us again, and Willie's going to let this one roll. The punter was not a great punt, and a lot of times his punts were short. We couldn't get the run back like we wanted to.
I thought Edwin had the ball there, but Richard was hanging on to it.
And this is a lead option here. We get a block out here by a wide receiver, but it's not a good block. And we thought we should have gotten wider than what we did.
Tony Simmons on the run there.
That's Antonio Johnson. Antonio's having a good year. He's really coming around, and Basil makes a good choice. He keeps the football and picks up some yardage. We come back again on the option, and Basil again keeps the football.
Putting his head down real well in there.
And this is Latson again, getting on the corner. You can see he's got nifty moves there and picks up some good yardage. He's moving the football real well on the ground now.
Wesley Binyard.
That's Binyard there. He's
25 yards.
Makes a good run.
Down inside, well, just outside the 20, Edwin Ford comes up.
They kind of stuffed us in. What happened there, they had a linebacker, and all of our men were covered. That's a good block there by Earl Bryant. Really getting after people's feet. And we moving the ball real well here. But we're going to stall it. That's one of the things we got to work on, what we need to do once we get the ball down inside the 20s, figure out a way to get it in. And you can see all the people all around there trying to figure out what we're going to do. And Basil goes back to pass and throws the ball behind Sharp. And we settle for a Randy Pitts field goal.
And that makes it 6-0. You're going to see the score come up here. And, Coach, that's how we ended in the first half. And we'll be back with the second half highlights right after these commercial messages. Opening kickoff by Willie DeLoach. You're up here almost to midfield getting ready to start the second half.
Right, Will is one of the, he's ranked in the nation in punt returns and kickoff returns in Division II of the NCAA. He does a real good job. He gives us an added dimension there. We come out Basil on the option. I thought he should have picked the football. And we're not getting any great blocking on our corners on our receivers. We punch the football up here. Good move by the offensive line. Corey Latson makes a good run here. Makes a real good run and gets outside. Richard goes back. We're on a sprint draw. Good move by Latson. Latson has a lot of, he can give you a leg and take it away from you. Richard turns it up inside, and we get the ball down the field in a real good position. We come out again. Richard hesitates there. He should have made his pitch, but he hesitated a moment. Latson again, trying to get outside.
I think you're on us.
Well, we slipped the block there. We were blocking down inside because we knew that they were going to blitz probably. Didn't make the first down, and here again is one of those golden opportunities that we had and didn't convert. That's a good move there by Weston McGriff. They had a mix-up in the backfield. Do a good job over there. That's Damon Johnson. They have to go back now to the shotgun and throws the ball behind the receiver. We didn't want to interfere with him. Their punter gets off a pretty good punt this time. You know, he's kind of inconsistent. And we really didn't know where to station ourselves on the punt because he didn't punt the ball real deep. This is Richard carrying the football. We run an option. Run a dive here with Evan Ford. The right side of the line over there with Jerdo and Brian Swinton's doing a good job. I gotta give those guys credit. You know, we've had some ups and downs with our offensive line, and they're doing a pretty good job tonight. Earl Bryant punts the ball away. Gets a good roll on it, real good roll. And they got the ball on about the 12-yard line. Those are our cheerleaders there. And we would like to welcome our student body back to school, and this is one of the first opportunities they had to get to see us at home. And that's Paul Hurd that making that tackle. They come up here, and we really swarm in the football. And that's what I like to see, a lot of hats around the football. And that's a good play there by Mike Wallace. Coach Crosby was telling me last evening that Mike really, you know, looked real well last night. They get a bad snap and a short punt here, and you can see I wanted our team to go in there and block that punt, but they thought otherwise and laid back off it. We probably came out better here because Richard, we got the ball in good field position. Throws the ball to Sharp over here. Shannon's having a pretty good year. He's on the same course he was last year, but we're spreading the football around a lot. And Richard overshoots him here in the end zone. Little high on his pass. And this is Batson again getting on the corner. That's what speed can do for you.
Yes, because he outran a couple of people.
Well, later on we're going to see somebody catch Latson from behind. But I know the guys are teasing, asking where was that 4-4 speed. This is Richard here doing a good job of scrambling and knowing his presence on the football field and tossed his first touchdown here to Frederick Hawkins. You'll see it again. And Richard's going to come back. He's good at this. He can scramble, get his way out, and then he knows where he is on the football field and dumps the pass off to Frederick Hawkins for our first touchdown. And at this point, the score is 12-0. And we come here and do a little dipsy-doodle. And you can see Earl Bryant passing that to Antonio Johnson.
Wide open.
Yeah, who's our center. We devised that. We thought that we hadn't pulled it all year, so we got an opportunity to do it.
You going to go with it last night regardless?
We was going to go with it regardless. I told the guys all week, we're going to pull this play if nothing else.
2:15 in the third quarter, 14 zips, Savannah State.
You can see the pressure being applied there by Damon Johnson and coverage by Mike Wallace. You know, it felt good to win one, but I thought we probably could have scored more. You know, you're never satisfied in athletics, but I'm happy that we won the football game and got ourselves back on the win column, back in the win column, because it was getting to be kind of misery going out on Mondays to practice and, you know, have a win. But
they stall once again.
And here's a nice return by Willie. Nice return, and Willie's going to do something here at the end I don't particularly like, and I kind of got on his case about it. He apologized to his teammates, but they were really trying to rough Willie up there. And really, when he got up, he kind of nudged his foot a little bit. And
that's what the personal foul was.
Yeah, but he apologized to his teammates, and he's a good athlete and a fine young man. Richard comes on here, and Sharp, they're trying to play up and expect and run, and Richard keeps him off and throws one to Sharp.
Little play action fake there and froze him a little bit.
And you can see Shannon goes in the end zone there for another touchdown. And,
Coach, I saw that up the end. I had to
you call that play. Randy Pitts did a fine job. I thought that was good, but Earl said it was a little wide. I think Randy's bringing his head up a little, a little too soon.
1:05 in the third quarter and 20-0 Savannah State.
That's a good kick there by Earl, and we're going to see our special team people really well, what happened, there was a clip there. What happened, our contained man sank too far on the inside, and they really clipped him, but, you know, the officials didn't call it and allowed them to get a good run back. And you can see Mike Wallace there putting pressure, and this is old Kenny Pyatt, a line of his dream. I thought Ken was going to get it in, man. A line of his dream, to intercept the pass, so we're going to call him hands all week. That's a pass there by Richard to Earl, and it was a little behind Earl. We come back here, toss on to Tony, to Binyard, and does a good job of running there. I told Earl he's going to buy him a ticket if he's going to spectate there.
In the third quarter, we move to the fourth.
And this is a pass here to Earl, and Richard throws it in the crowd, and Earl can't come up with it. Now, this is a funny play. Richard does a good job of running, but he got to tuck that football at. He gets hit and knocked the ball loose. And
they took over.
Yep.
Johnson C. Smith on there.
Here's going to be a good play by Eric Brown. Eric is a great one-on-one cover. You know, the Morris Brown game was no indicator of his athletic ability. You can see our people coming here, and that's a long pass.
Shannon Sharp
goes up. Johnny Jefferson's in the ball game. Now, we wanted to give Johnny a little playing time so we can get that experience. And we run a halfback pass here by Edwin Ford, the quarterback, the fullback who turns quarterback, and Edwin throws an interception. Oh, you can see a good play there by Damon Johnson and Paul Hurd, knock that football loose, and we get another golden opportunity.
And their running back was fighting for
Let's go Johnny Jefferson here. Johnny got to tuck that football. Johnny's come on and doing real well here in the place of Richard. We wanted to give Johnny some time for experience, and Johnny can look like a running back now.
Yes, he does right there. He moves the ball up the field for a touchdown.
And Randy Fitz comes on and tacks on the extra point.
And there you have it, 7:58 in the fourth quarter, 27-zip, Savannah State College. And now this is going to be their one scoring.
Yeah, we put a lot. Coach Crosby put a lot of reserves in, and he wanted to get as many people in the ball game as he could to give them some experience. And our second unit is not doing as well, but you know they playing pretty good football. They went to sleep on that one. Henry Westbury went to sleep on that one. We're getting some people around the football, and you can see those guys there. When they get an opportunity to play, they're trying to take advantage of it.
They
come up again, and they hit a play across the middle there. And McGriff is still in there, Weston McGriff. We're not getting the rush. We're not getting the pressure. We're hanging on our blocks too long, and they go in for the touchdown.
I guess they kind of spread the middle that time and left it wide open for the quarterback to go for the touchdown.
And they went for a two-point conversion, and Willie Brandley there, Eugene Brandley breaks it up. Willie's our trainer. We got two Brandleys. We got one playing and one that's a trainer.
27-6 now.
We got our hands team in there now. These are the guys on the onside team. They call themselves the hands team. And you can see Corey Latson does a real good job of turning a loss into a game.
He did there, and then he's going to really break one right here.
Well, this is a fine run. I thought
he was like O.J. right there.
You know, Paul Hurd threw a good block. We moved Paul on offense, and I know the guy's going to get on Corey about that because he said they asked him about his 4.4 speed. This is Frederick Hawkins trying to find some room. We get the ball down in here, and we come back again on the reverse, and I think they were waiting on that. But while they call holding in, Willie does a good job of moving it, but number 81, we got to watch him for standing around there.
Drive stall.
Pitts comes on with the field goal to make us 30-6, and had a real good evening. I want to congratulate our coaches and players and everyone for a fine effort on Saturday.
And that's how it ended, Coach. 30-6, Savannah State College victory, 3-3 on the season. We'll be back with a closing comment after these commercials. 3-3.